Hello, and thank you for joining us. Today, we're going to talk about a situation that affects more people than you might expect: pedestrian accidents. If you or someone you care about has ever been hit by a car while walking, crossing the street, or even standing on the sidewalk, this video is for you. I'm here on behalf of Lopez Law Group to help you understand your legal rights, what steps to take if you're ever involved in a pedestrian accident, and how we can help you get the compensation and care you deserve. Let's start with the basics. What is a pedestrian accident? A pedestrian accident occurs when a person on foot is struck by a motor vehicle. That could be a car, a truck, a motorcycle, or even a commercial vehicle. These incidents often result in serious, life-altering injuries, and in some cases, even death. Unlike vehicle-to-vehicle crashes, pedestrians have no physical protection. That means even a relatively low-speed collision can lead to broken bones, head trauma, internal injuries, or long-term disability. How do these accidents happen? Unfortunately, pedestrian accidents happen more often than we think, especially in busy cities or suburban areas. Here are some of the most common causes: distracted driving, texting, eating, or not paying attention to the road; speeding, drivers going too fast to stop in time; failure to yield, especially at crosswalks or stop signs; driving under the influence, alcohol or drug impairment; poor visibility, at night or in bad weather; illegal turns, particularly when turning without checking for pedestrians. Sometimes it's not even the fault of the driver. Cities or municipalities can be held responsible when poor lighting, missing crosswalks, or malfunctioning traffic signals contribute to the accident. What should you do after a pedestrian accident? If you or someone you know has been hit by a vehicle, your first priority is health and safety. 1. Call 911 immediately. 2. Seek medical attention, even if you think you're okay. Some injuries take hours or days to appear. 3. If you're able, take photos of the scene, the car involved, the license plate, your injuries, and any crosswalks or signs nearby. 4. Get witness information. Anyone who saw the accident could be helpful later. 5. Do not speak to the driver's insurance company before consulting an attorney. Who can be held responsible? In most cases, the driver is liable, especially if they violated traffic laws or were negligent. However, depending on the circumstances, there may be other liable parties: a business or commercial vehicle owner, a government agency, if the road or crosswalk was unsafe, the driver's employer, if the vehicle was being used for work. At Lopez Law Group, we investigate all possibilities to make sure the correct parties are held accountable. What compensation can you recover? If you've been injured in a pedestrian accident, you may be entitled to compensation for medical expenses, past, present, and future; lost wages and loss of earning capacity; pain and suffering; emotional distress; disability or disfigurement; loss of enjoyment of life; in tragic cases, wrongful death damages for surviving family members. We work closely with doctors, specialists, and economists to understand how the accident has affected your life and to demand full, fair compensation. What if the driver blames you? This is a common tactic. Drivers or their insurance companies may try to shift the blame onto the pedestrian, especially if the victim was outside of a marked crosswalk or crossing against a signal. But Texas law still allows for partial recovery under the comparative negligence rule. This means even if you were partially at fault, you may still recover damages, as long as you were less than 51% responsible for the accident. Our job is to fight back against unfair blame and protect your rights. Why hire Lopez Law Group? At Lopez Law Group, we know how overwhelming a pedestrian accident can be. Physical pain, medical bills, insurance adjusters, lost time from work, and the emotional stress of recovery. That's why we're here. We don't just handle paperwork. We guide you through the entire process, from your first consultation to your final settlement. We negotiate with insurance companies, coordinate your medical care, and if necessary, take your case to trial. And you pay nothing up front. We don't get paid unless you win. Real people, real results. We've helped countless clients across the Rio Grande Valley and South Texas recover after pedestrian accidents. People just like you. People who didn't know where to turn or who to trust. We listen. We fight. We care. Thank you for watching. Stay alert. Stay informed. And remember, if you've been hit while walking, we're here to stand by your side. Lopez Law Group. Legal support you can trust.